What is going on, YouTube people? Neo Cards and Comics here. I have a question for you all today, boys and girls. Is retail flipping dead? Can we stick a fork in it? Is it toast? Is it done? What brought me to this question? Last couple weeks at shows, I had been talking to my local dealers that have a lot of retail wax. And I said, how's retail stuff moving for you? Because I've noticed another trend as well. I'm in a lot of sports card Facebook groups just to kind of get vibe checks. I'm not super active in them, but I just kind of lurk more than anything else. And I've noticed over the last couple weeks, more and more photos of loaded shelves at retail. Select football, Prism basketball, Optic basketball, like good product. I'm not talking about like, oh, look at all that Chronicles baseball. People always used to say, hey, my shelves are stocked, they're loaded, and it was always a bunch of junk. I said, come at me. I'll be concerned. I'll be worried when Prism, Optic, and Select is sitting on shelves. That's when my red flag will go up. Now, I'm not saying it's across the board. I haven't really looked for retail at any of my local stores. I try to avoid going in Walmart and Target as much as humanly possible. So I don't know what the situation is, boots on the ground in my area. But just based off what I'm seeing in Facebook and talking to the dealers at my local shows that move a lot of retail or have a lot of retail wax at their table, they said it's slowed way down and it's hard to sometimes even sell it for break even or slightly above break even at the shows. So my question to all you is, are you noticing a similar thing? Is retail wax, good retail wax, once again, Prism, Optic, Select, Topps Chrome, the good stuff. Are you able to find it again? Are you noticing this trend as well? I'll tell you right now, let me timestamp this. I'm recording this Sunday night. As of Sunday night, 2021 Prism Blasters and Cello Packs are sitting on Target's website. You can order them right now, 3 per person. They're still capped, but you can order 3 right now. I ordered 3 yesterday of each on Saturday. I didn't realize they were up. I saw someone in either a Discord or on Twitter say, hey, Prism Blasters are live. And I was like, whatever, I'll order a couple, we'll rip some, make a video out of it, whatever, that's perfectly fine. So I have 3 of each of those coming to light some money on fire doing a retail box break. But it is now a full day later, they are still sitting up there. I don't know when this video is going to go up, probably Tuesday morning. Go check, they might still be sitting there. When's the last time you saw a Prism of a major sport of football or basketball sit 4 days on end? I think it's a twofold problem. 1, they probably printed the hell out of it. 2, demand is just way less. And you could throw a third one in there. They've also, as we all are well aware, over the last year, the prices have gone up. These used to be $20 blasters and $10 cellos. They're $30 blasters and $15 cellos now. And once again, the print runs on base Prism or retail specifically are probably out of control. In addition to that, and this is what actually set me down the path of making this video. I've been thinking about this for a while, but I wanted some more evidence, if you will, to back this up. These went up. Optic, Blasters, Fanatics, exclusives. So these are the ones exclusive to Fanatics. They have a separate parallel in it. Purple shocks or green neon disco, swirly zebra stripes or whatever. Fairy dust, Dakota's favorite parallel, is in there. They do a drop for these. The Fanatics exclusive stuff, they always do a drop. You have to log on. It's a limit of 8. You submit to the drop, and then, you randomly get selected for it. I missed the drop. I didn't realize it went up. Someone on Friday, I think it was, said, hey, here's the link. I find out after the fact they did the drop. The drop did not sell out. I went on, bought 8 on Friday. Once again, I am recording this late Sunday night. They're still live. Optic, probably the second brand right behind Prism, in line with Select, depending on your flavor of choice. Fanatics exclusive blaster boxes sitting on the website, not selling at $30 per. Once again, full disclosure, I purchased 8 of these. I'll probably rip a couple once again for a video and probably stash a couple, especially the Fanatics exclusive ones. In theory, these should have a more limited print count. But I've been seeing tons of blaster boxes in photos online. Same thing with Select Football. The pictures I see of people's Select Football shelves, whether it's bot orders or just shelves in stores, Select Football retail must have been printed to oblivion. Speaking of Prizm Basketball specifically, I pulled up Market Movers and I was curious to see what the secondary prices are on this stuff. Megas, both Target and Walmart, are going for about 70, let's just call it $75. Blasters are going for, let's just call it $37. On a $37 blaster, if you're buying for 30, you're selling for 37, that's an eBay comp. You're losing money, or you're making like a buck or two. Because actually, you probably are losing money, because if you paid sales tax on the initial purchase, and then that's going to put it up to what, 33, 34 bucks a blaster, depending on where you're buying it from, 32, whatever. And then you're losing 15%, 13% eBay fees on the back end. You basically washed out at 37. Even if you bought, let's say, you pulled a Rudy Alpha Investments, you got them at $30 shipped, you got free shipping. Maybe you don't pay sales tax in your state, or maybe you do pay sales tax. You use a rewards points credit card where you got 1 or 2% back to basically cancel out the sales tax. So let's say you got them for $30 shipped out the door. Okay, now you got all these blasters you're lugging around. You go to a show, you're probably listing them at $40 per. Maybe you could get $10 a blaster. But based off feedback I've been hearing is this stuff's not really moving at that price. I mean, if I can get them on eBay for 35, 36, 37, why am I going to pay 40 cash for them? I'm probably going to want them for 35. So maybe you're making $5 per blaster. At 1 or 2 blasters, it's not worth the effort. Now, if you're selling at scale, it's a little bit of a different story. Megas, and someone please correct me down below, I believe Megas retail for about $60. So you're making, let's call it $15 charitably on a Mega. I see them at my local shows all the time at $75, and I see them not selling or occasionally move. And my local shows, everybody has. The 2021 Prizm Megas must have been printed to the moon. So those are just sitting on people's tables when you walk around a card show as well at 75 to 85 per. Some of them sticker for 85. There's no way you're selling one of these for 85 right now. So 75 per. Once again, you throw in 10%, 15% in eBay fees, depending on if you're doing free shipping or charging for shipping. All of a sudden, your profit margins are next to zero. Is it worth all the effort? I think if you're moving at scale, if you could buy at scale, like bot and get 200 of them, and you have a buyer lined up that you can make $5 per or $10 per on a 200 box order or something like that, it's probably worth your time and monkeying around and all that stuff. But at these price points, just for the casual retail flipper, I don't think it is anymore. Anyone that was retail flipping, are you still doing it? Now, I want to separate two things here. I am strictly talking about walking into the store, buying it, walking out of the store, and immediately go reselling it. Buying wax and holding it is a whole different bag of cats. For the purposes of this, we are focused on just the retail quick flip. Is that still alive and well, or is it dead? I think it's dying. I think it's on life support for most product. Yeah, we had like the MLB logo fractor boxes, but no one really knew what those were. I was talking to a dealer about it the other day at my local show. Those went up for 50. They're going for like 120, 130, I think right now, maybe even a little bit more. But that was a product that kind of come out of the blue that nobody knew what the hell it was. And was probably also a very limited print run. But Prizm Basketball, it does seem like they printed Megas and blasters to the moon. Now, I have been buying Prizm retail. I have been buying the Prizm retail boxes. Now, I know this gets a little confusing. On the retail side of things, there's a blaster, there's a Mega, there's a cello, and there's what's called a retail box. There's 24 packs in the box. They have Pink Pulsar exclusives in them. I have been buying those. My theory behind that is those are less printed than the Megas and the blasters. It's 24 packs in the box. It feels like you're opening up a real box, and they're right around $100 or less per box. I'll do a separate video on that. I got a bunch of wax and that I want to talk about, because I have been shifting focus more into purchasing wax lately than singles. A lot of it is because I like some of the current product out on the marketplace. So I think retail flipping is donezo. Buying and hold, who knows? Who knows? I like the 2021 class. I think it's really good. I think it has good long-term upside. I'm willing to take a gamble on it. But the quick flip retail game seems to be dead. And that is, I always hint about that, the sports card market world, whatever you want to call it, the hobby, make up whatever term you want, is an ecosystem. And when one part of the ecosystem gets messed up, it has downward effects on the rest of the ecosystem. And we always used to talk about this in regards to grading. Grading shut down, screwed up a whole aspect of the ecosystem for a while because a lot of people would submit cards in, get them graded, sell them for a profit, take that money, buy more cards, rinse and repeat. All the grading companies got backlogged. That avenue of cash influx got shut down. And I think that hurt the hobby for a little bit, or the card market, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people made a lot of money retail wax flipping. That would free a lot of dealers up to then take that money and buy inventory. It's taking money out of the ecosystem. Yeah, I'm sure some people bought blasters for 20, sold them for 40, took the profits, and did other stuff with it. But a lot of people are going to take that money they bought for 20, sold for 40. They're going to take that 40 that they got back out, or the $20 profit that they made, $40 total, and put that back into buying more cards. And it goes back into the ecosystem and cycles around. You cut out retail flipping, that's going to hurt the overall ecosystem of the environment. Now, part of this is the general world economy kind of crushing down on everybody. Part of it is the manufacturers raised prices, which I get. I would too. If I was selling this crap for $20 a blaster box and someone's selling it online for $60, I'm going to sit down in a boardroom and go, hey guys, maybe we need to jump the price $10 here so we could get some of this profit. They're still a business, whether we like it or not. And they've obviously increased print runs to the moon. There's always a lag there where they overprint to try to catch up the demand. The demand lessens before the print run, or the print run was lagging behind the demand curve, if you will. Demand is starting to fall off, but the print runs are continuing to go up because there's an inverse there. Next year, maybe it pulls back a little bit. Probably going to take a couple years to slow down. But once again, curious for your thoughts and comments down below. Is the retail wax flip game toast? Is the party over? Let me know in the comments down below. Catch you guys and girls on the next one. Peace.